It's me. It's me. It's your man J. Claude D. Back with another video, baby. Back with another video, baby. Back with some more truth. Back with some more awakening information. And what I want to talk about today is I want to talk about awakening the God that is in you. What does that mean? Awakening the God that is in you. Now, a lot of you guys, when you hear that, you're going to get paranoid. You're going to try to click off this damn video. You're going to automatically put a label on me and tell me that I'm some new age, this, that, or the third. You're going to constantly try to put me in a box and try to act like you know what the hell I'm going to talk about. And you might know some of the stuff I'm going to talk about, and you most likely don't. Awakening the God that is in you. Awakening the God that is in you. Now think about some of the greatest people that have ever lived on this earth. Some of the most successful people that have ever walked on this earth. What did they do? What actions did they take? Now I'm going to tell you some of the things that they did. They went against the grain. They went against what society was telling them they should do. They followed their own heart, their own thoughts, their own beliefs, right? They did things that people considered dangerous, right? They made decisions that at the time people looked at them and was like, oh my gosh, this person is such a rebel. They're trying to destroy our society. They're trying to lead people astray. They're trying to destroy everything that we built. They're a threat. They were a threat. We need to take them out. And people were killed. People were hung. People were put on crosses. People were shot in the head. People's whole lives were destroyed. Their families were ripped apart. Why? Because they went against the grain. Because they had a mind of their own. Because they spoke up. Because they decided, I'm not sitting in the back of the bus today. Because they decided, I'm going to speak up for this racial inequality that's going on here that everybody sees, but nobody wants to say anything because they're scared. They decided, you know what? I'm going to go out in the streets and I'm going to speak. And I'm going to speak loud. And I'm going to speak truth. And I'm going to get others to think for themselves. And the government came running. And the police came running. And no, what are you doing? What is everybody doing? What is everybody thinking for themselves? Why is everybody talking about this and that? Why is everybody not down in the market spending all their money? Why are you guys not slaving like you're supposed to? What is going on here? Why are you guys so happy? What's happening? They awoken the God that was in them. They decided that I'm not going to sit here and listen to society. I'm not going to sit here and listen to what my family and friends and religion have told me what to do. I'm not just going to listen to what the next human being is saying. I'm not going to just take on other people's dreams and other people's ideas. No, I'm going to think for myself. And that's one of the most dangerous things to do in this world, is to actually think for yourselves. How sad is that? And that's what I mean when I say awaken the God in you. It's thinking for yourself. Challenging things. Having different conversations like this one. Awakening the God in you. This is a different conversation. This is not a conversation you have when you just walk in and get a coffee somewhere and you just, hey, you awakening the God in you? Hey, yeah, I'm awakening the God in me. Yeah, how's that go? Yeah, you don't talk about that. People look at you like you have 50 heads. They would want to get away from you. They'll think you're crazy. There's something wrong with them. That's demonic. That's some woo-woo. Because they're scared. They're terrified. But when you look throughout history, the greatest people, the people that had the most effect and the most change, look at where we are in life because of them people taking those sacrifices. And we live off of those sacrifices. But most of us won't make that sacrifice, any sacrifices like they did ourselves, because we're scared. And we know it. We know it. But we benefit off those people. We benefit off those ideas. Imagine where we would be if all of those people didn't awaken the God that was in them. What kind of life would you be living? What would you be doing? You don't even want to think about it. We just take what we have for granted. And we constantly forget that somebody had to sacrifice for this. Somebody had to die for these lights to be on. Some people had to go for people had to be hung and killed and shot for me to be speaking the way I'm speaking. For me to be able to make this video, there was people that had to die. There was people that had to be humiliated and ripped away from their families because they spoke up first, decades before I ever decided to speak up. Now I'm able to sit here and say whatever it is that I want and not fear any repercussions really, besides getting canceled or whatever the hell that means. Any real issues. So my challenge is to you: awaken the God that's in you. Think for yourself. Be autonomous in your thoughts. Understand that following the person next to you, behind you, to the right of you, in front of you, trying to just aspire to be like other people just for the simple fact of just being like them, trying to fall in line of what the standards of society, the standards that society has put in place, not following your own dreams, not being the man or woman that you want to be, and just trying to be accepted, just trying to be a part of a group so you don't feel left out, just trying to do things so you can put other people down just to build yourself up. Those things don't get you anywhere. Those things don't help this planet grow. They don't build up anybody. They're superficial. And that's what I mean when I say awaken the God in you. It's to be the complete opposite of superficial. To be real, authentic, genuine, to have passion for what you really believe in, and not sitting here just trying to piggyback off of the next guy and the next guy and the next guy, but taking information from other people, listening to other people, and making it your own, incorporating that into your own life, into your own dreams, taking chances when other people won't take chances, being that sacrifice sometimes so that others may be better, live better, understand more, be more intelligent, to make a change and a difference, to cause a ripple in the water, to make everybody just a little uneasy, because those are the times and those are the situations where it brings change and growth, is when you have that friction, when you have them thoughts that go against everything that you believe in, when you just think about it. And now question this: why are people scared to have these conversations? They're just words. We're just talking. It's just sound. What is the real problem? Think about that. Why is it such an issue to speak out about certain things? Why do people act so terrified when certain words start coming out of your mouth? Because we're programmed. Because a lot of people have bought into the lies of this world. Because most people are just trying to get by in this life, go to work, pay their bills, and just not, and to contribute to society, to be a contributor, pay your taxes, and to be a good citizen. Think about what that even means. Think about what you're doing with your life. Awaken the God that's in you. Awaken who you want to be, not who somebody else has told you to be. Awaken the God that's in you. Reprogram your mind. Your mind is already programmed. We're all programmed. We're all programmed by the television that tells lies to our vision. We're programmed by the radio and what we hear, all that information they're shoving in our ears. We don't even know where it came from. We just take it as truth. We take it as Bible. We take it as what's real. Not understanding that they're human beings just like us, and they're just giving us information. And it's not our job, and it's not our right to just sit there and to just take what they're saying and just say, okay, that's the truth. Challenge. Think. Be the change you want to see. You want to see this world get better? You want to see your life and others' lives get better? Then you have to do something to make it better. If you sit there on the sidelines and you decide to not take any action, then hey, don't complain. Don't whine and don't cry. If you're not doing anything to make your life better, there's nothing for you to complain about. Your life is the way it is because you are choosing to keep it that way. That's what I mean when I say awaken the God in you. When you start taking those decisions and making them choices to get healthy. When you start making them decisions to gain more knowledge, when you start reading, when you start studying, when you start hanging around like-minded individuals, when you start to leave the things of your past in your past because you realize that they had no benefit to your life, to your soul, when they were completely destroying your dreams. That's what I mean when I say awaken the God that's in you. And you make that whatever you want to make it. There's no need to put a label on anything. There's no need to try to put a box on everything. Put everything in a box, rather. There's no need to constantly try to pretend that you got it figured out, because you don't. None of us do. None of us do. We're all just floating on this globe in space, or wherever they say we are. Take it how you want it. We're just here. Keep it simple. We're just here. We're just here. The more you free your mind, the more you open your mind, the more you're able to talk about things that you're not supposed to talk about. The more you learn, the greater you become, the stronger you become. You become limitless. You become a God. You become someone that you never even thought you could become. Your mind is so wide open, you can perceive and understand all different kinds of concepts. You can communicate with all different kinds of people. That's a beautiful thing. You see, they don't want you to be able to communicate with everyone. They want to keep you in that box so you can only communicate with the people in your neighborhood. When you can only communicate with the people that are like you. You can't communicate with the dude who doesn't dress like you, talks completely different, is somebody that you're not. They want to keep everyone separated. You see? The whole idea of putting yourself in a box and being part of groups and putting labels, the whole idea of putting labels on things is to separate. It's all about separation. This is all designed for a specific reason and purpose. We have leaders, right? We have all these groups, right? All these religions, all these clubs, all these fraternities, all these gangs, right? We have all these different things, all these different labels that people run to and people try to become a part of. And they say, oh, I'm a part of this and I'm a part of that. And it makes them feel significant. It makes them feel like they're a part of something, that they're doing something because they're a part of this organization. The whole idea and the whole purpose of putting the labels on things is to separate people. Somebody said that they're a Christian. Somebody said that they're a Muslim. And they keep putting label after label on themselves. Oh, I'm a Baptist. I'm a Reformed Baptist. I'm non-denominational. I'm Pentecostal. I'm Episcopalian. I'm an evangelical. And it's label after label after label after label. You're a Muslim. They say that I'm this kind of Muslim. I'm a Shiite. I'm a this. I'm a that. I'm an extremist. There's so many different labels you put on yourself. And what that does is separate all human beings from each other more and more and more and more and more. Now ask yourself, what is really the point to put a label? Why do you need to put a label? To prove what to whom? To prove what to whom? It doesn't matter what other people think of you. You continue to put labels on yourself and you continue to put labels on other people. You're just creating the biggest gap between you and the rest of the world that can never be bridged. But you see, when you awaken the God that's in you, and you take all them labels and you throw it out the window, and you look at another human being and you say to yourself, I don't care what you are. I don't care what you believe. I don't really care what you think. I care about who you are, what your actions consist of. That's when you start to look at human beings like that, like just as a human being like they are, and you start to see the spiritual side of everything, What does that do? It bridges the gap. When you stop coming to people judging them and pretending that you have life figured out and you know what's going on, that separation, a bridge is built. Communication is had. Progress is made. Healing is happening. New ideas are starting to enter your mind. You're starting to awaken to different things. The old program is starting to fade away and a new program is starting to come in. A better program. Because this is all programming. Everything that makes you you is a program. Everything. You have the most peaceful dude. You have the angriest fella. They're both programmed in different ways. There's nothing wrong with being programmed. That's how we live. We program ourselves to do certain skills, to do certain sports. We program repetition over and over. Everything is a program. Everything's calculated. There's a reason behind why we are the way we are, why we think the way we think. Awakening the God in you is understanding that you can reprogram your subconscious mind. You can completely change who you are as a human being. You can completely change what you want, where you're going to go, who you're around, the way you want to look, dress, think, smell, act, the places you want to be. You can change it all. That's what I mean when I say awaken the God that's in you. Be limitless. Be unlimited. Be in no box. And if you're going to be in the box, let it be the box of the universe. The biggest box that can possibly be. There's something called neuroplasticity that I've been reading up about. If you want to read some more about it, there's a couple of guys that you can go to and learn. They have YouTube channels. I'm sure you've heard of them. They're doing great things in this world. They're really helping people to break through the limitations of their mind and the programming of this world. And they're starting to show people that you can change who you are, scientifically based. There's a couple dudes' names I want to throw out there. Dr. Joe Dispenza and Bruce Lipton. Now these dudes are doing phenomenal work. And they're really starting to show people and breaking it down into a scientific way. They're really describing it in a way that I can't. And they're proving it through science. They're proving it through testing. They're proving it in a lab. They're proving it in real life. That you can change who you are through neuroplasticity. Through reprogramming your subconscious mind. Because there's two different kinds of minds. There's you when you're consciously thinking, you're consciously choosing, you're consciously talking. And then that's about, I don't know, that's not even half. That's a small percent of who you really are is your conscious mind. And then there's your subconscious mind. Who's really who you are. Who that's the thing that's really driving you to make all your decisions. That's the thing that's really driving you to speak about certain things. That's the thing that's really driving you in your life. Is your subconscious mind. That mind that you're not really hearing. That just, it's on autopilot and it just goes. That's why there's people that they do certain things and there's other people that don't do them certain things. That's what makes you you. And now understanding that we can reprogram that subconscious mind and we can change that means we can literally change us. I mean, how long have people thought that, oh no, you are who you are? They can't be changed. They can't be better. They're always going to be that person. They're always going to be that horrible human being. They're never going to be able to get better. They're always going to be that broke individual. They're always going to be that selfish individual. They're always going to be angry. No, you can't trust them. They can't change. We're programming society and ourselves when we say these words, when we believe them. Words are powerful. Thoughts are powerful. That's why so many people are scared of it. They're scared of it. That's why they try so hard to go against that. They try so hard to make people believe that you can't change, because if people understand that they can change, if people understand that they can be better than they was yesterday, then no one has control over you. Your family doesn't have control over you. Your religion doesn't have control over you. The government doesn't have control over you. No one will have control over you. You will barely have control over yourself because you'll be so limitless that All the negative self-talk that you used to have won't be there. And you won't even be limiting yourself. You'll just be free, living, experiencing, loving, growing, working, and everything will just come to you so freely. No limitations on yourself or your life. Awaken the God that's in you. Love yourself. Love those that are around you. Be great. Don't be a follower. Be a leader. And learn. Get new information in your mind. That's a big step in changing, is you have to get new information. You have to think differently. You have to propose new ideas. And thinking and proposing new ideas and studying and reading books that you might think are wacko, that doesn't make you a bad person. That doesn't make you an evil human being. That makes you somebody who's trying to grow and somebody that's trying to learn. And all those that are going to be around you that are scared of that, you let them be scared. You don't be scared. You embrace the challenge. Embrace life and grow. Take the steps, put it into practice, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Awaken the God in you, just like I am awakening the God in me. And many, many, many people around the world are awakening the God that's in them. Grace and peace from the man J. Glory. Peace.